What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Alex here with you, and today we'll be doing three different previews in this live stream. And today we'll be previewing the Women's College World Series, the Monster Energy NASCAR All Star Race, or in the Cup Series, and also the NBA's Eastern and Western Conference Finals. So, today we'll be starting off in the Women's College World Series. So the selection show was last night, and well, they figured out which 64 teams would be in to the World Series. So now, so the way they do it is they normally do six. They normally start off by having like regionals, or these 16 teams. Yeah, where each one hosted three others. The top 16 seeds get to play host. So the top 16 seeds here in order. So we got Oklahoma at the 1, then followed by UCLA, Washington State, Florida, Arizona at the 6, and then we got Minnesota, Alabama, Texas at 9, then LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at the 12, Oklahoma State, Kentucky, Michigan, and Northwestern. So the way they'll do the format, and I'll get that here as we go on. So we'll start off in the Oklahoma regional, and Oklahoma will also host a University of Maryland at Baltimore County, Wisconsin, and Notre Dame. So, and looking at their games, pretty much a lot of these series are going to start on Friday, with the exception of Oklahoma State. They'll start on Thursday. So, let's get into that. So, now as for first games here in Oklahoma's region, the host will play Maryland at Friday at 9:30. You can see that on ESPN too. And then right before that, Notre Dame will play Wisconsin at 7. You can see on ESPN. So and then the format that a lot of these regionals are gonna have. Normally the third. So they'll have those two. They'll have the two opening games, and then they'll come back a second day. The winners, the day one winners will play each other. Then the day, then the losers will play in game 4, and then the way they'll do game 5 is whoever loses game 3 play whoever wins game 4, and then the winner of game 3 will go straight through to game 6, and they'll play the winner of game 5. And then depending upon who wins game 5, they may have to play 2. Yeah, because being double elimination, you gotta lose. Basically, if you lose twice, you're out. Whereas, especially with like the NFL, those games are one and dones. So, and then now on to Northwestern's regional. Northwestern will host Detroit Mercy, Southern Illinois, and Louisville. And then looking at those four will be Northwestern against Detroit Mercy. On Friday, you can see that on ESPN 3. It's right now set at 3:30 Eastern time. But then again, we'll just have to wait and see how Southern Illinois and Louisville starts or goes, and we know that one's starting at 1 o'clock on Friday on ESPN 3. Now on to Texas's regional. They'll host Sam Houston State, Houston, and rival Texas A&M. So that was kind of all in-state thing. So we know A&M will get Houston Friday at 2 on ESPN 3. You can see the host Longhorns play Sam Houston State. That one's scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern on the Longhorn Network. So, and then on to Alabama's regional. So they'll play Alabama State, Lipscomb, and Arizona State within their region. Arizona State and Lipscomb will play Friday at 4 on ESPN 3, and then Alabama State, Alabama 6:30 ESPN U. And then Florida will get Boston University, Boise State, and Stanford. So you pretty much got a diversity of teams all over the country coming in. So then we got Stanford, Boise State, and then Florida, Boston U. Yeah, on Friday. Yeah, so those are going to be early starts. Stanford and Boise State could probably be operating on really early body clocks because Stanford being on the Pacific time zone, Boise State in the Mountain, if I'm correct. So yeah, and then we got University of Tennessee. Yeah, they too are going to have really early games because we're going to consider the time zone changes because I know North Carolina and Ohio State are supposed to play 11 a.m. Eastern time on Friday, which would be Tennessee time. That would be about 10:30 or correction 10 o'clock. So yeah, and then we got Tennessee and Longwood. So I don't think it'll probably affect Tennessee as much as it would the other three, being they're here in the Eastern time zone. So yeah. So then we got Arkansas and Tulsa over in Oklahoma State's regional. This is the one that will start on Thursday. So yeah, so we got Arkansas, Tulsa Thursday at 6 on ESPN3, followed by Oklahoma State and BYU at 8:30. Okay, and then over in Florida State. Now, I know for those of you that may or may not have noticed, back over the weekend, I actually did Florida State's championship game against did the ACC softball championship that had Florida State playing North Carolina. So yeah, so like I say, so that was pretty interesting. So it's one of a few softball games I've done. But I kept thinking of it. I always tempted to do Missouri's, Texas, but whatever. But yeah, so Florida State will get Bethune Cookman. Yeah, like I said, that was scheduled for 2:30 on ESPN. You can see that one on ESPNU, that was scheduled for 30 minutes after South Carolina plays South Florida. And then University of Washington will get their own regional. They'll get Seattle U, Mississippi State, and Fordham. So that will be pretty interesting. Especially, like I said, especially with all these teams going out west, and like I was mentioning, I think two of the three games that Florida State's supposed to have come from other time zones. Then University of Kentucky, they'll get Virginia Tech, Illinois, and Toledo in theirs. So yeah, but with Virginia Tech and Illinois playing first. So yeah. Then we got Louisiana. Then we got the Ole Miss regional. They'll get Louisiana, Southeast Missouri State, and Chattanooga, with Louisiana and Southeast Missouri State playing first. So yeah, then we got University of Arizona. They'll get Harvard, Colorado State, and Auburn. So yeah, like I said, with the Colorado State and Auburn playing first. And then we got University of Minnesota's regional. They'll get North Dakota State, Drake, and Georgia. Now, like I said, then according about start times, like I say, you can catch these and these next three, the next 2 or 3. See start times on the NCAA's website. So, just go up there. See, and then like I said, we got LSU playing host to Monmouth, Louisiana Tech, and Texas Tech. So game 1 being Friday at 3. Then we got University of Michigan playing host to St. Francis, Pennsylvania, DePaul, and James Madison, with Madison and DePaul playing at 2. Like you can see on ESPN 3. Then we got the last one, but definitely not the least one, UCLA playing Weber State, Missouri, Cal State Fullerton, with game 1 being at 8:30. That one is Cal State and Mizzou. So basically, okay, so which I understand that was kind of a mouthful right there. So just to basically, you're wondering, well, how the heck are those guys going to be able to, given all that, how the heck are we going to know who's going to be going to move on or not? Okay, so basically, the way things are going to work is whoever comes out of each of those 16 regions will advance to what the NCAA calls a super regional, which is basically, like I say, so it'll be best two out of, which is simply just best 2 out of 3 moves on to the Women's College World Series. So the way they'll have that formatted up will be whoever comes out of Oklahoma's region, because the way they'll have it formatted for the super regionals will be whoever comes out of Oklahoma's region taking on whoever comes out of Northwestern's region. Then you got Texas versus Alabama, Florida versus Tennessee, Oklahoma State versus Florida State, Washington versus Kentucky, Ole Miss versus Arizona, Minnesota versus LSU, and then Michigan versus UCLA. So, so basically, so that just comes to show you who's going to be playing who, regional winner, in the super regional. The 8 super regional winners will advance to the double elimination Women's College World Series out in Oklahoma City. So and then, like I said, they'll have the double elimination. I think similar to how these regionals are going, but the only difference is top 2. Yeah, like I said, it'll be top 2 playing up as 2 out of 3. So just imagine the regionals, super regionals, mashed up. That's how the Women's College World Series is going to end up. So, yeah, so that kind of does it for that. So now the second one that I'm going to do will be will be coming up down in Charlotte this weekend, where the Gain Outdoors Truck Series and the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series will be racing this weekend. Yes, this weekend is the annual All-Star celebration. So, and then on Friday night, the Gain Outdoors Truck Series will be taking the track. So, down in Charlotte. So, the Cowboys does have 7 Truck Series wins at the track. Like I said, there's been the trucks have been racing at Charlotte, I think, starting with and since 2003. So that's 16 races. Bush has won 7 of them. So like I said, I think he will be in there this weekend looking for an 8th win. So now, as for the track record for qualifying time, was a 29.384, which is an average of just over 100, of about 183.77 miles an hour. So yeah, then whereas track record race pace, by average miles per hour, it's 128.9 miles an hour. That was actually done. Casey Kane won that race in 2015. Yeah, a race that not only needed overtime, but got done in about an hour 37. And also, Bush, not only does he hold the track record for wins at Charlotte, he also holds the track record for worst starting position by the winner when he started 20th. Yeah, when he won from 2006. And so I'm just going to go ahead and pause right here and just say that if y'all haven't already, don't forget to smash that big old thumbs up. And don't forget to smash that big old red button that you see down below. If y'all haven't already, it'd be greatly appreciated if y'all did. So yeah. So okay. So Matt, back to the preview. So looking at the standing at the right now, I'll bring this up not because of anybody failing post-race inspection, but Ross Chastain's coming off that win at Kansas back this past weekend, and what's one thing that brought up about how he would do in the truck points had he declared for them instead of an Xfinity, which he actually ended up doing. So it's looking at the lineup right now. Johnny Sauter and Austin Hill are the only two to be locked into the playoffs after Johnny Sauter won Dover and Hill won Daytona. So right now the cutoff line is set at 9 points. Harrison Burton has the 9-point advantage over Todd Gilliland. So, and then like I said, with the Enfinger, Grant Enfinger, Brett Moffitt, Stuart Friesen, Ben Rose, and Matt Crafton would also be in as the playoffs were to start this weekend. Now, here's where the whole Ross Chastain thing comes into play. Because, like I said, now had he won, pretty much had he declared for truck points, not only would he be in, but Harrison Burton would actually be out coming into Charlotte. And he'll be out by a wide margin by because when you think about it, it really doesn't affect the ending all that much. So he'd still be a full race above the cut line at 65. But like I say, so instead of Harrison Burton on track to be in, he'd be 23 points out. Crafton would be the last one in, and then with Moffitt, Friesen, and Rhodes being the other ones getting enough points. So now, as for this weekend's races themselves, so basically it's going to be another one-day show. I'll be honest with you, I was expecting two-day shows the last couple of weeks, but I guess NASCAR thought they'd handle it and decided to go ahead and make it all one day. So the way the schedule will go, we'll have the trucks out on track at 9 o'clock for first practice, which I would assume will be a 1 hour practice. And then they'll take about a half an hour break, come back out at 10:30 for final practice. Now, neither of those will be televised, but qualifying and the race will. So they'll have qualifying at 4:30. You can see live on FS1. And then the race, the North Carolina Education Lottery 200, it would be at 8:30. On FS1. The race is 134 laps in total length and will be divided up into 3 stages, 30, 30, and 74 to the second. Now, as to the All-Star race itself, 15 drivers have been locked in already. I think when it comes to wins, since the start of last season. So basically the way they do is if you've won since the start of last season, won at least one time, you're automatically locked in. And basically, with the likes of Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, basically 6 drivers that have actually won this season, they've already locked themselves in to next year's All-Star race, given the eligibility. Now, there will also be 4 drivers locked in on Saturday. 3 of them will be locked in, I think, through the stages, and then which will be through the Monster Energy Open. And I'll get to stages in a minute, but like I said, and then the 4th one will be locked in through the Fambo. So that'll be interesting. So Kevin Harvick won it last year. Jimmy Johnson, however, doesn't hold the track record for most All-Star wins all time at 4. He, Dale Earnhardt, and somebody else, can't remember who, has the only 3 with at least 3. Darrell Waltrip won the inaugural race in 1985. So you might be wondering, well, what about the stages? Okay, for the Open, I think it's 20, 20, and 10 for 50 laps. In the past it used to be just the 2 20s, but I think NASCAR ended up, opened up an extra 10. But like I said, as for the All-Star race, it's going to be 4 stages, 30, 20, 20, and then a 15-lap race checkered. So then as for their schedule, they'll have a practice at 11:30, which basically, NASCAR doesn't care who you are. They don't care if you're in the Open or are you locked into the All-Star race. Like I say, basically, if you're there on the premises, this first practice is open for you. So they'll have a 1 hour practice at 11:30. Now, as for final practices, those will be separate. Okay, those that are already locked into the All-Star race will have practice at 2 o'clock. I think they'll have about half an hour, whereas those not in the All-Star race will get about a full hour beginning at 1 o'clock. And then, given how NASCAR does qualifying, the way you do it is you go around one time. Let's see, you still have your traditional up to speed lap. Then you do a full time lapse as if you were qualifying for the 600. And then your second lap, let's say you still go down, like you normally would, but instead you come on down pit road, you know, and then you go, then you kind of do like a pit stop, just like you would, like in the 600s. So yeah, but the only difference is you don't have a speed limit. So yeah, see, the second time you come on down the back, get yourself ready for pit road, come on down, make a pit stop, go back out, and then you'll come back around the third time, and that will complete your run. Now, yes, so basically, we'll divide those already locked in up into two groups. The first group will go out at 2:35. Second group will have their pit road practice at 2:45. So I think that would kind of be interesting. Now, those won't be televised, so to speak, but they will be. Yeah, you can hear those over the radio on the Motor Racing Network. So, and then the way they'll do qualifying, will be divided up into two parts, which I know FS1 I think it's already designated 2 hours toward it. First hour will be for those not already locked in to the All-Star race, aka the open drivers. And then, like I was mentioning with qualifying, those that are already locked in will kind of we'll do the qualifying procedure as I just described. Although they'll start that at 7. Now all that will be Saturday. Like say with the final race of the night being the truck race. As for Saturday, the Monster Energy Open will be at 6 o'clock Eastern. Like I said, that one will be 2010. And then they'll have a little break, probably get things set up for driver introductions for the All-Star race. And I guess they'll probably announce the fan vote when then, I would presume. Probably that, or they'll interview the fan vote winner after the Open. But yeah, and then the All-Star race so will culminate at 8 o'clock. So so like I say, so there's two things knocked out right there. And then the third and final thing that I kind of want to touch base on during this video is the NBA playoffs. So for those of you that may or may not know, Kawhi Leonard may or may not have hit that game-winning shot last night to send the whole world into frenzy. I mean, so so like I say, so Toronto was hosting Philadelphia, Game 7, second round, and then like I say, then he set off that game-winning shot. I mean, like I said, I was after watching some streams last night. I mean, look where his hand on the water report was going nuts. I mean, shout out to him. I mean, I'm telling you, that dude could. Well, I don't know if he knew any better or what. I mean, but yeah, I mean, definitely dealt with him being a Raptors fan. You never know he would be going crazy. But anyway, so I guess let's just take a look back at how we got here. So speaking of the Eastern Conference, so like I said, it will be, I think, Milwaukee versus Toronto. Now, Milwaukee did have to got here by in the first round by defeating Detroit in the first round, 4-9. I mean, none of the games were really close. I mean, the closest game was this game 3, and that one was 16 points. So that one didn't even. And Toronto kind of pulled off the gentleman's sweep by losing game 1, 104-101, then winning the next 4. And outside of game 3, the 4 Toronto wins weren't even close. Because game 3 was only was 190. Toronto won game 3, 98-93. But like I say, I mean, the other 3 weren't really close. I mean, the closest one was clincher, and that one was 19. So yeah. And then Philadelphia, Brooklyn. Philadelphia won that series. And like I said, this one's kind of another gentleman's sweep. Like I said, just like the Toronto series, I'm gonna consider 4 Philadelphia wins. One of them was somewhat close. I mean, yeah, Philadelphia won game 4, 112, 108, but like I said, the other 3 wins weren't even close. So yeah, because the closest one of the other 3 was 131, 115 in game 3. And then Boston defeated Indiana in game, yeah, like I say, in 4 straight in the first round. Like I said, though, this one was actually a lot closer series where the margins were concerned. But like I said, really the closest. So like I say, game 1 was 84-74. Game 2 was 99-91. Game 3, 104-96, and then the clincher was 110-106. So yeah, like I say, yes, those were a lot closer than what we've seen. And then as for the semifinals, it was Boston versus Milwaukee. So like I say, Boston did win game 1 by at least all kind of got blown out, but then all kind of the wake up call because it's Milwaukee did go on to win the next 4, and like I say, I mean outside of game 3, none of them all of the game 3 was was single digit win from Milwaukee. The other 3 were double digit. So yeah, so and then like I said, Toronto, Philly, Toronto. Yeah, like I say, when it comes to their 4 wins, I mean, that was really. I mean, outside of Game 7, I mean, outside of that one, I mean, the closest. Yeah, like take out that game, the closest margin of victory in the first 6 games was by twice. Philly, won game 2, 94-89. Toronto won game 4, 101-96. So, and then then looking at Milwaukee and Toronto straight up, Milwaukee did take 3 out of 4. We did see the 2 of the 4 were semi-close, at least for single-digit victories. But the other 2, like I said, but the other 2, were double digits, and like I said, and these 2 teams haven't faced off since Valentine's Day, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. And the one thing, probably the one thing that I would kind of be wondering is about the rest versus rust, because Milwaukee came in to the series having played a 4-gamer, then a 5-gamer. Toronto came in having played a 5-gamer, then a 7-gamer. So I'll be curious to see how these 2 teams fare, considering the schedule. But then again, you never know. Giannis could be Giannis and just go off like it's nothing. So, but yeah, like I say, and then looking at their schedule, game 1 is Wednesday in Milwaukee. Coverage begins at 8:30. Then, like I say, just a note though about the East Finals, all 7 games will be at TNT, and then you'll be on your local TNT station, and all 7 games, with the exception of Game 3, will be at 8:30 Eastern. Game 3 though is at 7 Eastern. So, let's see, Game 1 will be Wednesday. Game 2 is Friday. Game 3 is Sunday. Game 4 is next Tuesday. And then, like I say, basically they'll be playing every other day. And then, as for the Western Conference, so the 4 matches had Golden State playing the Clippers, Denver and San Antonio, Portland and Oklahoma City, and then Houston and Utah. Now, as for the Golden State series, that one was pretty interesting because, like I said, road teams took 5 out of 6, and then I said game 2 kind of saw Golden State epically collapse. So like I said, they were up a good amount in that game. Then Clippers came back, and then Golden State ended up closing out 6 games. So So and then Denver and San Antonio. Yeah, they ended up going to Game 7, which I think was part of the reason why they actually lost. Which I think probably the Tiger legs probably caught up to them by Game 7 of the second round. But yeah, like I said, I mean these were. I mean looking at here, I mean like I said, like I know games 4, 5, and 6 weren't necessarily close, but I mean the other four were semi-close, so to speak. Because I know Game 2 was a 9-point win for Denver. Game 3 was a 10-point win for San Antonio. So, and then looking at the Portland Oklahoma City series, when looking at these, I mean, let's say Portland didn't win in 5 games, with their lone loss being in Game 3. But yeah, like I say, I mean, like I said, looking at this one, Game 5 was pretty close. I think that one, I think saw Damian Lillard had a game-winning 3. But yeah, I think at the buzzer, I think if my memory is correct, and then like I said, Game 1 was pretty close. I mean, Portland won that one 104-99. And then as for the Houston Utah series, Houston had a chance to clinch it in Salt Lake City in Game 4, just didn't quite work out. I mean, they lost by 16, and then but they did go home and clinch it there. But yeah, but like I said, I mean, but looking at this one, I mean, saw 3 games won by a margin of victory of 15 or more. Like I mentioned in Game 4, then Houston, won the first 2 by blowout. Yeah. And then looking at the semifinal games, Golden State and Houston. I mean, these were pretty close games. I mean, when you really think about it, the largest margin of victory in one game in the series was 6. Golden State won that game 115-109. Like I said, that was in Game 2. Like I said, I mean, all the other ones were 5 points or less. Like I say, Portland and Denver. Like I was saying, I think Denver with their win over San Antonio. I think, and then compare that to the extra rest that Portland got after beating Oklahoma City in 5. I really think that was probably one of the differences in that series. So, with this one though, I think another thing too, but then I don't know if it's as much this as the Rush versus Rush, but the Rush versus it's all that good stuff. But but I know Game 3 actually needed 4 overtimes to determine the winner. Portland won that game 140-137, and then I mean, like I said, I know Game 5 wasn't even close. Denver won that one 124-98. But yeah. And then that's how we got to Golden State Portland in the Western Conference Final. These 2 teams split their 2 meetings. With each team getting. So Golden State won the first meeting 125-97 on November 23rd, and then they had a home and home right after Christmas. So Portland won the first meeting 110-109 in overtime before Golden State returned the favor 2 nights later up in Portland, winning 115-105. Portland though did blow Golden State out 129-107 in the 4th meeting, which was February the 13th. So, and then looking at their schedule, all 7 games will be at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN. Game 1 would be tomorrow. Game 2 would be Thursday. Game 3 Saturday. Game 4 next Monday night. So yeah, guys. So there's your previews of the NBA Western Conference, the NBA Conference Finals, NASCAR in Charlotte, and then also the Women's College World Series. So shout out to Texas Savage for being in here. Like I said, but at least it's good that he's going to the Women's College World Series. And if for those of you that may be watching this that are also planning on going, hope you'll have fun. Just remember, do not drink and drive. It's your boy. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. So it's your boy Alex here. Till we meet again.